Hey everyone, welcome to E-Ride channel. My name is Oleg, and today I'm gonna do unboxing to show you the newest 2025 electric bicycle Philodo Falcon. It's 60-volt system, dual motors, so it should be powerful and fast. So I'll show you how to assemble the bike, and we're gonna go for a ride, speed test, hill test, and just experience. So by the end of this video, you're gonna know everything about this bike. And if I missed anything, please comment below. Again, if you find this bicycle right for you, please check link in description for the link and discount. If it's available gonna be, you're gonna save not only money but also support my channel. So let's open up to see how the bicycle actually packed. Here's how it will look from the top. And here's how it looks from the side. Everything looks like packed very well. So I'm gonna show you what is inside on those boxes, and then I'll show you how to assemble the bike. So inside you're gonna find few boxes. One of them will have a mirror, the side mirror. Okay. Then you're gonna find inside user manual, also a large headlight. So you will need to attach the headlight. I'll show you how as well. So this is pretty large, like e-moped style. And in this box, there's large pedals, tools, more tools, some screw. See how large the charger is. So this charger is a 2.5 amp charger. My first step gonna be, once you remove all the packaging, to move the stem to the front, just like this. If it's hard to move, you would unscrew these two bolts and move it. Then you would remove this bracket, okay, from the front. Remove these 4 bolts. Then I would get this handlebar up. The gear shifter will be on your right hand side and reattach with the same bracket you just removed, and same for bolts. I usually do with my hands first and then use Allen key to tighten them up and recheck with a torque wrench. So you would need to remove this nut from both sides with a washer, okay, but you would leave it, I think, inside the spacer, and same you do on another side. And here's close up, so you're gonna leave this one because it's gonna go inside the fork, okay, and you want this one looking down. So once you remove the fork protector and the brake protector, make sure you don't push the brakes anymore. Then you would just make sure this piece, like a little bit washer or spacer actually, looking down, okay, and then you would just lift it up, okay, and insert it. And drop it like this, okay. So it should be pretty simple, but if it's hard for you, you might want to flip over the bike. It will be easier probably for the first time. So here's how it will look from the close up. Inside will be the spacer, which a small piece looking down. Otherwise you will not be able even to put in it. Then you use this washer, okay, and then reattach with a nut. And you do it with the hands first from both sides, and then tighten down with a wrench tool. Once you attach the motor, you would unscrew one small bolt over here, reattach the cable looking to this side outside, away from the wheel, and then you would match 2 arrows and push it from both sides, okay, and then you would just turn this one like kind of screw and tighten up, okay, and then you would use a zip tie to resecure it probably over here. And now we're gonna attach the fender. So in order to attach the fender and headlight actually too at the same time, you would remove these 2 bolts from both sides, and then you would remove bolts from the headlight. You get the headlight and attach it this way, okay, and the fender from behind. You do it everything with 1 bolt. And here's how it will look. So you would attach with the bolts, the one you just removed from both sides, and then you would reattach the headlight. From this side you will insert the bolt. From the back would be the fenders, and reattach with a nut, okay, and retighten once it's all secured. Next you will get this cable matched to the arrow on another side right over here and push from both sides. You can secure it with a zip tie so it will not fly around. Also you can secure the cable of the motor if you find necessary. And now it's time to attach the rack. So you can attach the rack first, or you can attach the tail light first to the rack. I would probably attach first the rack. So you would remove these bolts from the frame and reattach it basically like this from both sides. And here's how it will look. So you would just reattach with the two bolts from each side and tail light. On this side, I still need to reattach it with a zip tie. So you just follow this and reattach with zip tie. And then you would attach the pedals. So you're going to find letter R and L and reattach right to the right. It says here right and direction. Okay. And then you do the same thing on the other side. And here's how the Philodo Falcon will look once you assemble. Assembly went smooth, as you could see. The only things I noticed once I assemble it and put the air pressure in the tires, everything, I noticed the fender was touching the wheel a little bit. So I flipped over this mounting, just turn around. You can see, I'll show you closer later, by unscrewing some bolts and replace. Now this everything perfect. So first I'm gonna show you how I will look on this bike. This bike actually really large and powerful. So I'm 5'11" feet tall, and let me show you how I will look. So this is my position I'm gonna be riding, and I'm gonna put feet over here. This is the lowest position. The seat can go very high. I think the tallest position of the seat can go as 41 inches and the lowest like 35 inches. Right now somewhere in between. And this is my feet gonna be like this. So it should be very nice pedaling. We're gonna check it out later. And handlebar is about 45 inches from the ground. So it's give you a really nice, aggressive kind of riding experience. I think it's very perfect for my height. If you are like somewhere between 5'5" or 6'4", maybe, or even 6'5", you can fit the bike probably pretty good. They do have different model, which the same actual Falcon, but steps through. That probably will be better for people who is planning to carry cargo, or for shorter people as well, because if you have a cargo on the back, it will be very hard to get on. So I recommend to get step through model for some people who is interested to carry some cargo or put a rack extra like a basket and so on. Or for shorter folks as well, would be easy to get on. I prefer usually step through. It's easy to get on, easy to get off. So let's get closer to this bike. This bike actually equipped very nicely, and currently the price is probably introduction price, which will go up most likely due to the tariffs and also due to the spec. Right now you cannot find really bicycle in this price range with equipment like on this bike, so it would be probably really good. And also in addition, they offer extra discount for my followers. So I will have a link in description with extra discount, so you can save extra money just for following my channel. And if you are new to my channel, so again, subscribe, like this video. And if you're interested to buy one of this bicycle, use my link and discount code. This way you're gonna not only save the money, but you're gonna support my channel so I can make more useful video like this. If this part is gonna be boring for you, you may want to skip to the riding part, where I will test the bike for speed, hill test. So by the end of this video, you will know if this bicycle actually rides for you or not. And if you still have some questions, comment below. I'm gonna start from the front and going backwards. So it comes with 20 by 4 inches tires, which is by Chiang, and also very bright headlight, which like more as a moped style. You can see the fork on this bike full adjustable. It comes with the locking options and preload adjustment right there. It's hydraulic fork, aluminum, which is good. On the front wheel you're gonna find a large motor. They claim it's a 2000 watt motor. I believe it's continuous power. It was easy to install as well, and the motor is, they say, 2000, and the same actually motor on the rear wheel, which they claim to have 5000 peak power together, which bring over 200 Nm torque. I believe like 220 or something Nm torque from both wheels. We're gonna test it out in the hills to see how fast it can go in uphill and so on. So going backwards over here, we will find Pro Wheel chainring, which is kind of looks like 52. I'm not sure exactly, so you might want to check the description on the website how many teeth on it, but it feels like it's 52 or 56 size. Aluminum pedals and controller most likely inside over here. It does come with a cadence sensor, so when you pedal you don't have to push hard on the pedal to go faster. You just turn the pedals. On the back over here you're gonna find derailleur guard, Journey TZ derailleur, Shimano 7 gears cassette, and 2000 watt motor, the same as on the front. And here's a marking upside down. I don't know if you can see it. Then on the back you're gonna find tail light and brake light. So when you push the brake it should get lighter. And I'll also will show you at night how it looks headlight and how looks the tail light, so you can see now the difference between daytime and nighttime, so you get a good lighting and safe ride at night. It also comes with a rear rack and not full fenders. As you can see, there's some space, so you'll still get some dirt, but again, at least it's included and it looks good. Usually when you have like a bicycle with a full suspension, the fenders and the rack would be awful. This one looks great. It looks like custom made. It's a steel rack, not aluminum, and it's I believe it's rated 55 pounds, maybe even more. You might want to check the website. It does come with very nice, I almost missed, rear shock suspension by D&M Performance and air suspension, so you can remove the air if you need it softer, or you can pump the air. Again, I did not touch it, so now it's probably up to the maximum, so it will be very firm. But if I decide to go off-road, I can reduce the air, and I have a special pump you need to have to pump it. I can list link in description for if you need the pump. It's not expensive at all, so you would use a special pump to adjust the firmness if you decide to, and looks like it's probably travel about an inch, so it should be very comfortable ride on this bicycle. On another side you're gonna find the disc, which is 180 millimeters hydraulic. Looks like a 2-piston disc brakes by Dylan brand. I saw them before. We're gonna test out to see how good the braking. Sometimes it's good to have 4-piston, but we're gonna test it and see. I will tell you at the end of the video what I think. But on the back of the wheel will be exactly the same disc, 180 millimeters, and kickstand is aluminum as many other bicycle. It does come with quick release. You can basically remove the rear wheel pretty easy by unscrewing this part to disconnect the motor, so it would be easy to replace the rear wheel tires if you need to. And the seat actually really good. It's comfortable, large, and you're gonna love it. The handlebar is pretty wide, so let's go over the handlebar. So it comes with grips, which is pretty much I can see on many other bicycle, with some rest over here like rubber. It have a dedicated button, headlight on and off switch, horn, pedal assist level plus and minus switching to go higher or low, and power button. The power button also will be like switching between the, if you want to switch to the full wheel drive, so activate the front wheel. So what you do, you double click on it, and you're gonna see over here both wheels. If you do double click again, only one will be. If you see some flicking in the video right now, it's because of my camera. That's why I'm in the shade right now. As you can see, it will be some flicking. So again, I can ensure the display, it's amazing. It's very perfect, crispy, clean color display, pretty large and very nice display, I would say. So pedal assist will be on the right hand side. You can switch up to 5 pedal assist levels. Odometer reading will be on the right as well, and voltage. So currently I have 66.1. It's pretty much jumping up and down a little bit, and the battery indication. So you can go either by voltage or by the battery to see how much battery life left, and the speed will be on display. On the side you're gonna find Shimano shifter, which is 7-speed, and half throttle, same grip with some rest, and the key ignition. So in order to start the bike, you would have to use a key ignition, and then you would push the power button, and then it would start. The good about this Falcon that the battery is concealed, so it's kind of isolated, and it's inside over here. It's 32 amp and 60 volt. So that's bring up to, it's like 1920 watt hours. So it's a huge battery. They say it can last between 50 to 100 miles range, depending on your weight and how you're gonna ride it. Over here is a key. So in order to remove the battery, you would insert the key, and you will hear like you turn it. You're gonna hear click, and then over here you would push it, so the battery will fall out, and then you will just remove it. On this side you're gonna charge it, so you can charge it on the bike or off the bike. It's your preference. And that's all about Falcon spec. So let's go now for a ride. Alright, so now we're gonna do the testing of the speed, hill. Maybe if I have enough time to go off-road, we'll see maybe in another video. So again, today we're gonna know how fast. The weather is about 80 degrees right now, and I'm gonna do mini test. Actually, I'm gonna do few tests on the speed. So I'm gonna actually use a GPS on the left side from the phone and GPS on the right from Cycle Plus, and I will check how accurate the information on the display as well. So let's go, and I'm gonna use first the single motor, and 0, go. Acceleration, I noticed very smooth, and you have to be in okay, looks like it's about 19 miles on GPS, 21, 22. So far about 30 miles on display and 29 on GPS. 30 on GPS, I'm gonna stop here. Okay, the brakes is good. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna test for pedal assist. Gear number 7. And pedal assist level 5, and see when I'm gonna get ghost pedaling. So far 23, 24 on GPS on the left, 28, 29, 30, so about 29 you get ghost pedaling. About 33 miles an hour, even more, and I'm gonna just stop here. Okay, the brakes works good. I will not test it. The brakes basically it's just stopping, it's locking the wheel pretty good actually. I'm gonna test first the pedal assist levels, then 1 to 5 the speed right out of the box, and then we're gonna go on the long road and see how fast I can go, because I don't want to go too fast on the small street. So 33 miles easily with pedal assist, and 30, a little bit over than 30 with throttle only on the single motor, and then we're gonna come back and try dual motor as well. So now pedal assist level 1, and let's see. So about up to 12 miles an hour, a little bit too quick, but then power cut off. Looks like after 12 it's cut off. Now like it's kind of a little bit strange. Display show me a little bit more and less. So on high speed it show me more, at the slow speed show me less than GPS. But there's only like 1 mile, 2 miles difference, so it's not a really big deal. So pedal assist level 1 would get you up to 12 miles almost, and then 2, all these bumps, it's like not exist over here. It's so smooth. So about 80 miles an hour, kind of fast, and that's only a single motor so far. Pretty powerful rear motor as well, but the way they set it up, it's very smooth acceleration and I like it. Let's see now, level 3, pedal assist level 3 can get you up to 24 miles an hour, and I'm gonna turn around because it's gonna be probably too fast. And let's turn around and try pedal assist level 4 and go. So it's a little bit small delay as a starting. You have to turn one, so it will not kick you off from the saddle, so it's good. So about 25. I would say more than 30 miles an hour. I didn't want to go any faster here. So on level 4 you will go over 30 miles an hour. So again, this bike is pretty fast. We can check later. I can make probably dedicated video with a lot of testing of the speed, but I think you can still go in the settings and change these parameters. I believe you should be able to do that, but let's try it without any power at all. I'm gonna switch to gear number 3. I'm gonna slow down to 6 and see how hard to pedal the bike, because the bike is pretty heavy. I forgot to mention the bike is 102 pounds itself, includes the battery, and the battery itself weighs 16 and 10 ounces, 16 pounds and 10 ounces based on my weight. So basically it's not as heavy as I expected, but it is heavy bike due to the motor and largest battery, 16 pounds and 10 ounces. So about 7 miles an hour. It does give you a little bit resistance because the tires can go up to 20 psi, so the tires kind of soft. It gives you a lot of smooth riding, but it's harder to pedal faster. You have to really work out. You can switch to gear number 2 like I did right now, so you can get better pedaling, but I would not want to pedal this bike once it's run out of power. But I mean, it's not bad actually. 8 miles an hour right now. Even one block pedaling, it's fine. It's not really hard to pedal. I would say it's very similar to many other fat tire bicycles. So right now I'm gonna test with dual motors on this small block, and then I'll take it for the street and see how fast we can get on the street. Okay, so far the top speed was 33 miles an hour with some pedaling and with single motor. So to switch to dual motors, you just tap twice on the power and you'll see both motors activated. Currently I have 65 volt remaining in the battery, and I'm gonna start riding from the start with dual motors, which I don't recommend to do usually. You got spinning the wheels and go. It's pretty quick. Oh, I need to change to the pedal assist level 5. 31. So it was about 37 miles. 37 miles on this block. Actually, it's pretty quick. 37 miles an hour. I could go probably faster. I just didn't want to braking crazy. It's braking very good, but we're gonna test it now on the street anyways. So let's see on the street. There's no cars, so I can go as a car. Yep. So far 37 miles on GPS, but display show me like 39, and we're gonna test more. Gonna just stop here now. So the top speed I got solid 38 on GPS on both of them, and display showing me like 41, I believe. And again, it is pretty fast, very stable, very smooth ride. Again, this is my like almost first time to go that fast on the bike. Well, I went before based on display, but now it's much faster. I think after some riding it may go even more faster once the motor got lubricated, but 38 miles, it's very fast. Anyways, we're gonna go now to the hill and test it out in uphill test. All right, so I'm very close to the hill, so I want to talk to you about the bike. It's actually a very nice acceleration with dual motors, but it is on single motor, it's very smooth. With dual motor, it's basically kick in very nicely, but still smooth. And the suspension, the one I didn't even adjust, the rear one, it's very nicely. I think if I go off-road, maybe I will adjust a little bit, but I noticed the pedals on this bike, the traction is not as good for my shoes, the one I wear, sneakers, so I feel like it's not going to be a good idea for today to go off-road riding, but we're going to test it in uphill now test to see if this bike can go. I'm going to switch back to pedal assist level 5. I rode with dual motors, and let's go. So on average, dual motors went 12 miles an hour, I think the top speed was, but now it's about 24 miles an hour, 23 based on GPS. So let's see if we can hit the record. The fastest bike was 18 miles an hour so far, but let's see how fast I can go on this bike. So far 21, 20. Wow, it's made 20. So this is actually record breaking for all the bicycles I tested. And just to test again, I'm gonna do one more test because I just want to torture this bike to see if it can handle so much torture. Basically, it's supposed to get overheat motor, a controller. I don't know, like some bicycle would not handle. But 20 miles an hour, that's basically, oh, looks like my display. Oh, okay, it's fine. Yeah, we got very solid 20 miles an hour. So the fastest one was a goat bike, e-moped style. It's made 18. The rest of it goes good, or any other bicycle I tested with dual motors didn't go more than 30 miles an hour. And let's test it out one more time to see if the second time we'll make it, or it will be slow, or if we're gonna have any problem with the bike at all, because it's actually more torque than I expected. I didn't expect to go this hill that fast. So let's go. It is so far 22 on GPS on the left, on the phone. On the right it's 22. And when I was going, oh, it's very fast. It's going like 21, 20. Still 20. Still 20. And it's keep pulling me, no slow down. I think it's one of the fastest bike I ever tested in uphill test. And even on the street, it was very fast, 38 miles an hour. But later on, when I turned off the camera, I got 38.5 based on this GPS. So 38, very solid. If it's street much longer, I can get probably even much faster. I want to test single motor to see how fast, because that's also very interesting to see how much power we got. One other motor can go up to 10 miles. The top speed would be 10 miles an hour. But let's see how fast I can go with single motor. Because you don't have to use both. You can use single motor and let's see how much power it will produce. So far it's going about 10 miles an hour, 9. So about 8. So it looks like it's like 1000 watt motor basically. Let's see how much. Well, again, it's after many testing today, so it might be a little bit even overheated, I don't know. But I have no air course, nothing. So 7 miles an hour, it's not bad, but 7 miles an hour, it's more like 1000, good 1000 watt motor would be. But again, usually 1000 watt motor would not go like few times on this road, like on the street uphill, and the motor would give me problems after probably. So yeah, very solid 7 miles an hour. Again, if you want to get best distance, you probably want to use single motor, and once you accelerate you can use basically single motor because it can keep up the speed on the longer ride anyways. All right, so let's talk about the Philodo Falcon. It's one of the fastest and powerful electric bicycle as a mountain bicycle I ever tested with dual motors, and this is the first Philodo on my channel, e-rides, and I'll tell you what I think and also what I would change on this bike. Actually, I expect a lot of power out of this bike. That's exactly what I got actually today. And I didn't go for ride off-road today. I think it will not be safe for me. Well, first, it's already sunset. Second, I noticed the pedals does not have enough spike. So with my shoes on, it's a little bit would be slippery to go for off-road. So I recommend, if you're planning to ride off-road, to buy larger pedals with bigger spike, more professional, and they're very cheap to replace. That's number one thing I would recommend to do. Then I want to show you what I upgrade over here, change, as you can see, looking this way. So if you don't have enough space right here, as I said earlier, flip it over. Very simple. You just unscrew these two bolts from one side and another side, and then over here to screw and flip it over. Easy, takes about 10 minutes, but you're going to be very happy as a result. It's very quiet, basically nothing shaking, very solid. It feels like motorcycle when you use a throttle with both motors. It's give you a lot of torque. With a single motor you feel very smooth acceleration. It's not quick acceleration, but it's very smooth, I would say, very gentle, but at the same time you can feel the power. Once you get to the certain speed, you will feel a lot of power, and that's the power you want to have on the bicycle as needed. And that's a very good feature of this bike, because many of the powerful electric bicycle, they're very jerky. This one is very smooth. I think it's great for beginners or more already advanced rider, because it will not kick you off from the seat. You can start to ride with a single motor and switch to the both if you want to have more speed, more power if you need it. I think this bike can climb basically any hill because it's a lot of torque in it. It's most powerful bicycle I ever tested on this mountain, and it does come with a very bright headlight. And as I said before, in the evening it will be very bright, and it's already kind of getting darker, so you can see nice headlight, taillight really large, so you get really good visibility at night, and display also not a small one, very nice color display, very clear. And I do have 64 volt after riding 6 miles on the bike. It's I'm not sure what the range you're gonna get, but they say it's 50 to 100 miles. It's probably on the both motors because the battery is pretty large, and again it will vary on the rider. And this bike can handle up to 320 pounds rider, so it can carry heavy person, and I only weigh 215. So this bicycle is amazing. I think it's one of the best deal right now on the market. You cannot find anything better with a quality build, because everything on this bike is very solid and well built. So the frame, and it's actually right now it's no sun, but under the sun the paint, it's sparkling, so it's a metallic kind of orange, I would say. They do have another color which is camouflage. Usually the company would charge you extra couple $100. I noticed it's exactly the same price, so you're getting a very good deal if you need color, like for hunting or whatever, in the mountains if you prefer. If you like the color, I recommend to get it because it's very good deal. And they have step through also for the same price. I like step through because it's much easier to get on and off the bike when needed. The front fork has about 80mm travel, which is great. Very quiet, good, like I have no complaints. Pretty solid hydraulic fork. There's always space for upgrades, but as out of the box, this bike it's very solid. I would say $2,000 bike, but it's currently on sale, I believe, like under 1,600, which is makes this bike actually still deal. And they gave me $20 off. I know it's not a big deal, but I'm gonna list it in description, so if you want to buy one, use my link and the $20. This way not only you're gonna save $20, but you're gonna also support my channel. And if you want to buy 2 of these bicycles, they have a special now, $100 off. That's a really good deal gonna be. And again, you better hurry up because they're gonna increase the prices most likely due to the tariffs. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.